Of course, microphone helps. Good morning, everybody. My name is Osa.
Guys, why are you talking?
And today we are playing FS19 on Oakfield Farm, the Farming Agency Edition. And I have a cold, so I sound terrible. And we have kids in the house. So there's all that. But for right now, I have a contract to do. To plant some spelt somewhere. Field 35 is... Oh, it's the big one over here. And I have the class tractor here. With all the buttons on the back. Yay. Okay, let's feed the dog. That'll do. And get this truck moving. Push the right pedal. I also haven't checked the sheep yet. I think we got, in general, enough time to get the daytime work done. We can either do sheep very early in the morning or very late at night. I can't remember whether we did them very early this morning. And since last week, I might have widened the wheels on this. Which is fine, it's still got the weights. But I did all of the ploughing contracts last week off camera, which is why we have so much money. And now I need to find my seeder, which is Bay 2. Okay. That's the planter, that's the seeder. Oh, that's the other seeder. Huh, last thing we planted was grass. Now, what was I going to say? Okay, there's actually 2 spelt contracts, so I'll probably buy 2 pallets of seed. We're not planting ourselves this year, but it doesn't hurt to have some. Maybe we'll do some next year. The crop over there is looking quite good, though. We should get in the cab and watch where we're going. So, I got my cup of tea. The fish are fed. I have the fish lights on a timer. And I don't bother altering it for daylight savings. So, they're currently getting fed at about 8:30 in the morning. Lights out at 8:30 in the evening. During the winter it's 7:30 and 7:30. And we're doing 32 in a 50, that's fine. And I will need to buy some pallets of spelt. I'm guessing 2. And the thing is, at least one of the fields is much bigger than the fields we own. So we're probably going to end up using a lot more seed on that one. For our fields too, 1 pallet I think was good for 1 or 2 fields. Because our fields aren't particularly big. Anyway, here we are. Let's what do we want? Pallets or spelt? is seed potatoes, seed onion, sugar beets, sunflowers, cotton, rye, spelt, that's the one. Why is that not working? There we go. Okay, 2 pallets of seed. Oh. There we go. I'm not close enough. Okay then. Oh, yeah, I'm nowhere near close enough. So that's not particularly big weight on the front, but I believe it is sufficient for what we do. I don't actually need a weight for this setup. I should have been using it for the plough. And the reason for the weight is traction rather than balance. If you don't have the front weight, then the front wheels can slip. So you're trying to get more weight or more pressure on the front wheels, and the same with the weights on the back wheels. Wheel weights adds pressure to the tyres, which increases the friction, which reduces the wheel slip. Oops. Now you can go doubles or triples and achieve a similar effect. You're basically putting more rubber on the ground, which reduces traction, or which increases traction, reduces wheel slip. But for us right here, and I don't think wet ground makes much difference. Maybe in the next version of Farm Sim and Seasons we'll have different traction per ground type, or per ground condition. So wet ground may provide less traction. Okay. So as much as I remember, we're going to want to hang a left at Oakfield Farm. And head up to the top. Should probably have my beacons on, because it helps people see me coming, because yeah, it's so difficult to see a tractor this size driving up a narrow lane. In the real world, I always drive with my lights on. Just because that does make a difference. Okay, where are we going? I think we're going to this one. I think we might be going to the next one. Okay. 35's the next one. Oh, okay. Yeah, as you can see, field on the left has been ploughed. I did that last Sunday afternoon. And this one is cultivated. Actually quite good. So, kind of an odd angle, but we'll see what we can do about that. Alrighty, let's open that out. So Alt C, Control S, yes. AB straight, AB. Set A, lower the thing, turn it on, and drive the other way. Let's see if we can stay close to and hope that's far enough. That's far enough. Lift that up. Oh, I didn't check the width and stuff. Set to 30 foot. Okay. It's going to be a little tight in this corner initially. Can't remember which button it is. That one works. Lower that, and let's drive. We're overlapping. Okay. Blah blah blah. Show lines. Oh yeah. Auto width. That's better. Okay, we'll overlap that bit, and then when we get to turn around at the end, we'll be in line. Oh, okay. Or it'll shift us over automatically. Well, okay. That means the stretch behind us isn't right. But it is what it is. Let's, we can turn the lights off. That bit, turn around. And that's good, so there's a little gap there. We might not even have to worry about that. That could be good enough because you only have to do about 95% of the field. That said, headlands tend to be about 25% of the field, surprisingly. Lift that up. I don't want to turn around there because that misses a whole tract of land. About and round about here. Okay, that works. contracts. And we're jumping through the seed. It's about 300 litres of seed already. So we might need some more. Okay, I guess not too bad. Cruise control on. Let's check, see how far we got with this contract so far. We're 7% in. We're going to need more seed. Ugh. Problem is, as usual, I don't want to buy too much seed because we are using realistic seeder mod. Which means if I don't use it now, I've got to find somewhere to use it later. And if I never plant spelt, then it never gets used. I can keep it on hand for other contracts later, of course. Okay.
Wow! Look at Kate. Okay, but I always do silver. What?
Back on track, drop the cedar, and off we go again. So yeah, at the moment we've got the Challenger hitched up to the mowing equipment because we had problems with the Cumberland and this tractor.
Wow! Look, we should always do that. Okay.
So I want to figure out if the Challenger can haul it, and if that has problems, I'm going to be inclined to go back to the class mowers. They work quite well for us. It's just with those I need the windrower as well.
So you on coach?
Yeah,
How was your morning?
fine. And drunken Rose at the beginning of each line. I missed engaging the guidance steering on that turn. Now I could do this with, what is it, Courseplay if I wanted. But right now we have nothing else to do. Our farm is doing what it's doing. 14% done now. So that's all of our fields. We're still waiting for those to germinate, which are the sunflower fields. But until that happens, yeah, there's nothing for us to do. We need, I think, about 2 more days and the grass will be ready to cut. And the clover. That's going to be a good thing. Okay, where do we go here? So engaged, that's dropped, let's go.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi. Now there is a mod that allows you to buy or modify your equipment so that it works faster. I think it's up to about 10-15% faster. I mean, frankly, 11 miles an hour on a cedar is not that bad. Now, I was watching Millennial Farmer this week. He is modifying his 60-foot cedar with all the high-speed planting heads and what have you. Because he used a small, I think 40-foot, 48-foot cedar last year on trial, which was a speed cedar, and he was very impressed with that. And was like, well, if I could have it on the width of the cedar I currently own, I said, well, we can sell you the parts. Okay, we go with that. So that's what he's doing over the next couple of weeks, is pulling all the planter heads off his cedar and switching them for high-speed planter heads. So that'll be fun, I guess. Okay, engage and drop. Much better. Okay, that's goodly straight. So yeah, with the more contracts on this map, we are going to probably end up doing a lot more contracts, which is going to earn us money a lot faster, I think. I mean, when I finished setting up, I think we were on about 140,000, no, sorry, 40,000 pounds. I don't have things like the windrow, I don't have things like a tedder. I don't have balers, I don't have wrapping equipment, I don't have bale pickup collection wagons. And we'll be adding those, but I have to figure out what works with clover. So that's our first big play around with Maize Plus is going to be figuring out which balers work on clover, which wrappers work on clover. I'll also be storing clover inside and outside to see what sort of issues we might have with rotting. Because in theory, clover should work like grass, but I don't know. I've not done that yet. Okay. Okay, now we can just do a straight turn around here. And drop. And go. So that works out okay. As I said, what are we on? We're at 26% done, so a quarter of the way done. And we're now on the stretch of field where it's longer. It's its longest axis, so we get to drive straight for longer. And I might do a turn here. Oops. Cut in a little too close to the middle there. We're good. And put it back on the guidance steering axis, and we're good. Okay, that gives me a little bit of space to play with in the middle there. Oh, weeds already. And off we go back the other way. So now we've got the island to contend with. I'll probably brake left on this run, and then right on the other side. Oh, and when we come back.
Did that sound like Charlie? Wow.
Oops, bit of a miss spot there. I think we're good. I could have done a double headland round that. But I'm kind of thinking it's a contract, we don't have to be super thorough. Now, big question is, we're gonna need 3 pallets to do this, because we're over a third of the way, 35%, and we've used just under. Well, that's exactly half of our seed that we bought. But it's exactly half of our seed. 35%. So yeah, we'd have had 5% left over if I bought 5 or 3. In fact, I'm willing to guess that we would have used this entire seed tank on this one field. But the seed pallets are sort of 35% of the seed. So if you buy 3 seed tanks, it's more seed. Well, three seed pallets, it's more seed than the seeder tank can hold. But we're getting on okay here. I think we should be past the island now.